What is your experience in structural design, and can you provide examples of similar projects you have worked on?
Yeah, my experience as a structural engineer is about 35 years. I've been designing the structures for last 35 years, and I have done a total of 100 million square feet buildings in the last 30 years as Satyavani Projects and Consulting. And similar projects we have done are for Manjira Constructions, Saket, Janapriya, and many other clients. Each of minimum 1 million, 1.5 million square feet projects we have done. So total of residential projects that we have done, starting from 5 floors to 26 floors, are about 60 million square feet we have completed. Like Manjira Diamond Towers is about 2 million square feet. Saket in Hyderabad 26 story is about 0.6 million. And in Bangalore we have done Kalipolis 16 story, that is about 0.6 million square feet. And Janapriya alone, 3 projects together we have done about 4 million square feet. So this is in brief, but there are many projects we have done, challenging and large sized projects and high-rise buildings. Sanjana is another developers for whom we have done about 2 million square feet. So these are the Saket Pranam 1 and Pranam 2 together is also about 2.5 million square feet.
So nice. What is your approach to designing structures that meet both functional requirements and aesthetic considerations?
That's a very, very important aspect actually. Many times engineers are missed because of the constraints from the clients in respect of cost or functional aspects. But in our case, we definitely dictate to the client as well as architects that the structural design that meets the functional aspects is very important, apart from being optimal in performance. So we have always chosen the projects and clients, and Giridhari Constructions is one of such clients for us. And the Happiness Hub, which as it means really, is very well planned. And we have, like a small example I'll give, every project will have the window or door, and over that we have the lintel. But in this case, we have increased the depth of the beam so that we can avoid the lintel, and most of the buildings we see the cracks on the top of the windows. So to avoid that, though it costs a little more, we call it value engineering. It benefits the end customer, which will in turn benefit my client developer if the clients are happy. So that's how many aspects of detailing that we follow to benefit the end user, to keep the end user away from the difficulties of performance of the structure, and avoid the cracks and quality aesthetics, bring in better quality and aesthetics to the structure we prefer and design.
Can you explain the key factors you consider when designing for structural integrity and safety?
The key factors are structural system actually by itself, like having the columns of adequate capacity, and minimizing the spans of the beams and slabs so that the large deflections are avoided. Thereby the cracks in the finishes like flooring, plastering and brickwork are also avoided. Apart from that, strictly adhere to the codal provisions like Indian standards, Bureau of Indian Standards. We have the code for design of concrete structures. We have the code for loads, wind loads, and we have code for earthquake. So we strictly adhere to the provisions of the code and don't even compromise 5% with these codes, so that the performance and safety of the structure is not compromised and it is enhanced in turn. So our structural system has got the inbuilt robustness in the structural performance. So the safety of the people, safety of the structure is protected.
So, main difference between our old conventional shuttering and this new plywood shuttering techniques.
In conventional steel shuttering that is used, people use 2 feet by 3 feet plates. So in the concrete, we have in the slabs and beams, we have many joints. Because of the joints in old buildings, there used to be a lot of honeycombs in the joints because the concrete slurries leaks through that joint. Whereas in plywood, we use because of lightweightness, we use bigger planks of 4 feet by 8 feet size. So we reduce the number of joints, we have perfect plain concrete surface, and we don't have any honeycombs, and so the integrity of the concrete and the strength of the concrete is well protected. Actually, the plywood shuttering costs more than steel shuttering by 40% more. But because of the quality assurance, we advised, and Girdhari is also following that plywood shuttering. I'm very happy that the quality assurance issues are reduced a lot.
One more. How do we decide the life of a building or structure based what factors?
Yeah, Indian standard gives a prescriptive life of any concrete structure if it is maintained well and it is also quality assurance is done. 50 years is the normal life of structure, but with the following Indian standards, we have seen in India also, in Mumbai also, the concrete structures standing for more than 100 years. So our structures also, if the plumbing, electrical, finishes, maintenance is done periodically, because it is ultimately the end user who is going to live for 50 years, and normal prescribed maintenance is every 5 years. And also verification of the structural integrity also has to be done every 5 years. If that is done, definitely the life of structure can go beyond 75 years, comfortably.
And as you are already part of the structural design, how safe are we against earthquakes and water percolation with our top-notch techniques?
Yeah, mainly waterproofing, we have expertise in giving the specifications, whether it is toilet areas, kitchen area, balconies, terrace, and even the basement parking areas. So we have given all the specifications that are required to protect structure from the dampness. Actually, leakage is beyond imagination, because if the structure is protected, then the living areas you will never see any dampness in the finishes and all. So the specifications that we have given are quite comprehensive, and also anti-termite. That is also very important nowadays. Most of the people, in spite of we are doing construction with the termite proof treatment to the soil and all, interiors when they are doing, the plywood that they are using, if they don't treat it with anti-termite, which is not in the control of the builder, developer, so people will be subjected to the termite problem. So this is a caution to the people when they do interiors, when they use plywood, they should treat against treatment anti-termite, because we are doing already anti-termite from the soil, but we should not bring termite from outside. Number 2 is earthquake proof, and the structural system that we are adopting, and the earthquake code that we are following now, latest code, IS 1893 2016, which is having all the provisions of earthquake resistance. And fortunately, Hyderabad is in definitely less risk zone, but still we have given all the seismic detailing requirements prescribed in the code, and we followed strictly, and also verifying at the site whether they are following the details given or not.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your support and
It's
patience.
also my pleasure to be associated with this very good project, affordable to the people, and I wish all the people who are going to live here a long, happy life. Thank you.